So, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my life. Yes, so today we're going to talk about lots of stuff. Yeah, so firstly, about acne. I want lots of viewers to come on so that I can be ready to talk more so that people don't get to miss out on what I'm literally talking about. Yeah. Today it's all about beauty talk and it's all about skincare. So today we are only talking about skincare style. So before we do that, let me try to lip line my lips. So honest, if I don't lip line my lips, I feel like, oh my god, what is it? What is going on with me? That's how I feel if I don't have my lip liner on, but regardless. No, this is better. So yeah, we're going to talk about, so let's start with acne. So as you know, that different types of acne that are there, you know, there are just totally a lot out there. So you might not know what type of acne that you're experiencing, hair colors. So you might not know what type of acne that you're experiencing or what kind of acne that is disturbing you, and you may not know what the right products to use in order to clear that acne that you might be having at that moment. So yeah, and there's the first type of acne, there is fungal acne. So the fungal acne, it involves the follicles. They're small pimples. They're like closed comedones. When I say closed comedones, I mean whiteheads. So if you have those small whiteheads on your face, whether on your face, whether on your cheek, whether on your forehead or on your cheeks or wherever, try to analyze your skin. If you see that you have those small white comedones that are so stubborn, you might be using different types of skincare, but they're not going away. So it means you're experiencing or you're having fungal acne. And when you have fungal acne, it is due to different things. It might be due to the hormonal imbalance. When I talk about hormonal imbalance, I mean we women, when we are going through the ovulation phase and then the luteal, yeah, all those phases, when we go through them, when we are getting closer to our periods, all the signs that show that, yeah, we are soon going to our periods. And when your hormones try to imbalance, and your testosterone levels, they try to go low. And when they try to go low, that's why you experience a lot of pimples or acne. And sometimes those pimples are so itchy. They come when they're so itchy. So if you're there and you're experiencing itchy pimples, then that means if you're experiencing itchy pimples, that means you're having fungal acne. It's what you're experiencing at that moment. As I said, fungal acne, it is because it comes due to different stuff, how can I say, it comes when your face, yes, it comes when you, how can I say, your diety, if you're having a good diety, and also if you're going through when you're about to go to your periods, you might get those small pimples. And the fungal acne may come from the hair products, maybe like if the acne is just on the forehead, maybe like the hair products, when you wash your hair, they're flowing into your face and they try to irritate your skin. And when they try to irritate your skin, and then your skin reacts, and then it results to those small white comedones. When I say white comedones, I mean like the white heads. You be there and you can see the pimple when it has that white head. So that's what I mean when I say white comedones. So in order to how you can, or let me say, how you can treat the fungal acne, it is simple. You just have to exercise. You just have to use, like, you don't have to wear like tight clothing, and then like you try, when you put on like tight clothing, that means you're going to let your clothing touch your face, and your clothing may not be like literally like, how can I say, totally clean, because there is bacteria everywhere, you might not know where it is coming from. So yeah, literally. And then when you move it like on your face, and then you try to experience the fungal acne, you get it. And fungal acne, you can treat them, they take two weeks, to get cured, if you use the right skincare products for you. So the products that you can literally use to get rid of that acne, they are, make sure that you're using the cleanser, and the cleanser that is suitable for your skin type. And it's good, and the actives that you're supposed to be using in your cleanser, it is salicylic acid and also benzoyl peroxide or mandelic acid. Those are the actives that are supposed to be in your cleanser, that are going to help you to reduce the inflammation, and also to stop the itching and the itching, and the burning that is being caused by the fungal acne. So that's why the best way to treat the fungal acne, use products that I say that have those actives, and then you're going to see your acne is going to get cleared up, slowly, and within 2 weeks you're going to be good. You won't be like having any more fungal acne. But if you just don't know what it is and you leave it untreated, it can, persevere and goes on and goes on. So yeah, so we first, on the products that have the salicylic acid and the benzoyl peroxide, that are going to treat that acne that you may be having. So you can buy La Roche-Posay micropeeling gel cleanser. You can also buy the Paul's, benzoyl peroxide, Paula. Oh my god, my phone is moving. So that's what you can buy, that is going to help you like to clear, the acne. And you can also buy the Cosrx daily gentle cleanser. But if the fungal acne is so severe, then you can start with the La Roche-Posay, since it has 2% in concentration. And then later on, when the acne clears up, then you can opt for Cosrx daily gentle cleanser. Since it's a gentle cleanser, it has just only 0.05% of salicylic acid in it. So yeah, those are some of the products that are going to help you to clear that acne that is keeping on like persevering on and on, So, and also the other product that is going to help you, you can use the CeraVe foaming cleanser. It has salicylic acid. If the acne is low, then you can use the salicylic acid, cleanser from CeraVe. If not, you can use the acne control cleanser from CeraVe. It's going to eliminate that fungal acne and try to make sure that during that time when you're treating that acne, make sure that you don't leave your hair like to come onto your face, because if you let your hair to come onto your face, the hair product can try to irritate your skin again, and then your skin can react up, since at that moment it can be active. So there is something that I want to talk about. It's the skin barrier. Yeah, so the skin barrier, it helps you when you're having like skin issues. It helps you like for the skin cells to repair themselves quickly, so that your skin can clear up, or it can get rid of that skin issue that you might be suffering from. And yes, the skin barrier, the products that you can use, all the skincare products that you can use, that is going to help you like to protect your skin barrier, so that you don't jeopardize it. So why am I emphasizing this before I continue to other types of acne? It's because the skin barrier is like the foundation of everything. When the skin barrier is in good condition, that means you're going to have like a flawless skin. Your skin is going to glow. So what you can, the things that you need to know so that you have them on the lookout. I need really water. I need my water, but I don't want to move. So we continue. As I was saying, the things that you can do for your skin barrier not to jeopardize it, it's don't over exfoliate. When you use those actives, you might buy like a product, just because I say you should use products with salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. Those actives are, so as you hear like actives, that means you're not supposed like to use them in higher concentrations. You're not supposed to go beyond 2%. When you go beyond 2%, that means they're going to make your skin sensitive. So if you live in a tropical country, during the day when the sun is out, that means they're going to make your skin so sensitive when the sun is out. And what you really need to do is really continue like reapplying the sunscreen, so that you don't jeopardize like your skin. And the more irritation you get, the more inflammation you get, that means like your skin barrier is getting damaged. So that's why I'm emphasizing this before I move on, so that you know what's the importance of a healthy skin barrier. And let me talk about a few things that can jeopardize the skin barrier. So if you ever exfoliate using the actives that I mentioned, like benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid, so that means your skin, it's like you're using a lot of force, even though not force, because the exfoliants that you're going to use, they are in liquid form. So that means those actives, the more you apply them and try to massage and cleanse your face, so that means you're going to, it's like you're going to strip off the sebum, not the excess sebum, but the sebum. How can I say, like the natural oils that are supposed to be on your face, that help like protect your face from drying up. So yeah. And the other thing that can irritate the skin barrier is using the products that are not made for your skin type. So you might be using products just because someone else like used that product, and then you just want to use it as well. But without knowing, using products, changing products just because other people are using it, other people are using them and they're working for them literally. When you do that, your skin is just maybe like getting used to this product, and then you're changing it to the other product. So that means the purging process is going to continue. You're not like getting rid of this purging process and then like, oh, you're jumping onto another product. So that means like that's another purging process that you're going to go through. And yes, and some people don't know, like, I don't know, I'm going to get a date, then I talk about what purging is skin purging is, and also like skin breaking, breakouts, because sometimes we don't, people tend not to differentiate what purging and breakouts are. So if you're there and you want to know what purging and breakouts are, if you want me like to talk about it today, you can also write it down so that I can be able like to talk about it right now, so that you get to know the things. And if you know these things, it's going to help you like to monitor and also know if there is something happening to your skin. You're going to know, I did this, so this is literally something that is causing me like to have this skin issue. It's going to help you, just like that. So yes, that's what like I'm literally talking about. So since I've talked about the skin barrier and the things that jeopardize the skin barrier and the fungal acne and stuff, so we are going to move on to the other types of pimples. And the other types of pimples, you might not be able like to know what they are. You might not know like to differentiate that this pimple is maybe a nodule or it's maybe like a capsule. When I say nodule and a capsule, those are the big pimples that are like sites. They're so big and they're so painful, and they can cause you like to have like a headache. So those pimples, that are mostly due to like having excess oils in your face. When I say excess oils, leave around like your face like having the natural oils or the sebum that is enough for your skin so that it does not dry out, and the products that you might choose or the cleanser can also not lead to your skin like becoming more dry and dehydrated. So yes, it's due to, you might be having those big pimples due to diet. You might be like eating foods, you might be eating like foods that are so oily, so greasy, that like it's adding more grease in your face, that is making your skin like dry. So we want to eat like a lot of things that are so fatty, with fatty oils, but they might do bad in the long run. So what you're supposed to do, you want to have like a nice skin, you're supposed to use you're supposed to eat foods that have like omega-3 fatty acids. When I talk about like fish, liver, you're supposed to eat foods with biotin, with vitamin B12, with zinc, and stuff. So people might be there but don't know like they really need zinc in their body. When you have zinc, so that's why you see when you're trying to repair your skin barrier, they give you something, or when you're trying to also get rid of the blemishes, they give you niacinamide, the serum, and also with zinc. With zinc, it's going to help you like to calm the skin, the skin surface or the skin tissue, so that the actives that are, that you might be using do not contradict the issue that you're going through, and also so that it can be soothing on your skin, so that the products, the actives in the products that you're using can do their work, without doing the bad. So yeah, so that's why you need to eat things that are rich in zinc, iron, because all those that are going to help you like to have like healthy skin, to have like healthy hair and healthy nails. So when you see people with long hair, don't think it just comes like through genetics. It's just also it happens to them just because they take care of themselves and what they eat as well. Yeah, it does not just happen like overnight. So let's go back to what I was saying. So the things that cause the painful pimples, the capsule and the nodule pimples, all the site-like pimples, that even though you just touch it, I know how you can be able to identify if you touch, even though you don't touch it, when you see you got a pimple, and then like when you try like to wash your face, you feel like it is painful. So that means you got like a side like pimple, you know, you got like a pimple that is like a side line. Yeah. So, and it's caused by like poor diet, eating like lots of greasy and fatty foods, and also it is caused by you like not doing exercise. So where does the exercise come on? You know, you don't have to go to the gym literally like, oh, to exercise. Even though you're home, you just work out. Even though just you can look for simple workouts according to what you want to do. So if you want to have like blood circulation, just like me, I want to have like a good blood circulation. What I do, I just don't do like a 30-minute, you know, workout. You know, so before I used to do like a 7-minute workout, but since right now I don't have like time to do all that, I try to make sure that even though I do 1 minute or 2-minute workout, it's what I'm doing something, and my body is feeling, you know, happy, you know, because the body likes when you're moving. When you are in one place, so that means if you're eating a lot of fatty or oily stuff and you're not exercising, that means you're not going to have like a good blood circulation. When you don't have like a good blood circulation, that means the oxygen is not going to reach to all the body parts so well, literally so well. So that means some skin tissues, they may not, you know, get that, you know, oxygen, and the fatty foods, of course, they are going to cause the comedors, you know, that is going to form into the pimple. And sometimes people, they prick the other pores that causes that type of pimple or acne. People, they tend to prick the pimple. They might see like, oh my god, I have a pimple, like let me try to prick. And when they prick the pimple, and then like, oh, they see that it has disappeared, without knowing that after some time another pimple is going to come out through that, you know, through that place where you pricked the pimple that was there before. And then it's going to be that hard big, you know, like pimples. So if you're that person that has such pimples, you need to check your lifestyle. Yeah, you need to check what you do. And also high stress levels, they do cause the acne. So if you're so stressed, you know, like maybe work, you're having like work issues, and also you're trying to reach a deadline, and also, you know, maybe you're not with good times with your partner, and then like literally you don't know, you know, you're having like a lot of things like taking turn on you, so you don't know how to cope up, and you just tend to get lost in your thoughts that you have just created. You know, you'll be like, oh my god, what I'm going to do, like trying to stress over the thing that you cannot control, you know. If you the thing that always gets me when I try to get to stress myself, I'm like, if I can't, if it's out of like out of let me say, if it's out of reach, or if it's something that I can't change, something that has already happened, so that means I don't have to stress. I just have to find ways how to combat the problem, you know, without like having to get drawn into my thoughts. So yeah, so if you do have like the high stress levels, so that means you're going to get the acne. Yeah, so you're going to get that acne, and there are going to be those hard big pimples. Yeah, hi Nabanya, Miriam, and Petra. Petra, what are you trying to say by saying this? So yeah, I was still talking. So the let me go through the things that I say that cause that type of pimple, that site, you know, the site light, you know, the one that is so painful when you touch it. literally. So yeah, what you're supposed to do, the things that cause, it's the diety, it's the diety, eating like foods that are so oily, and the other thing is that, oh my god, I need to get this right. Yeah, eating fatty foods, and the other thing is that you like touching your or pricking your pimples. All things Petra. So now, Miriam, I'm talking about like acne, the different types of acne, you know. So you might be there and you're having like maybe those pimples that you really want to get rid of. You might be having the itchy. There are some pimples before they form, they're itchy, and then you try to scratch yourself. And when you try to do scratch yourself, and then like a pimple forms up, and when that pimple like forms up, then that means like that's fungal acne. It comes due to different reasons, like hormonal imbalance, and also like you reacting to an allergic reaction, or like the hair products like coming onto your face and then causing the bacteria onto your face. So yes, yeah. And I was saying for the papsule or the nodal pimples or the acne that are so hard and they're like side-like, and sometimes when you try to touch them they're so painful and they even cause an headache. So those are the ones that I was talking about. Yes, and also what causes them is the diet, like eating fatty, oily stuff, and also not exercising, because if you eat like oily stuff, so that means you have to exercise so that you get rid of uh, extra fat or the excess calories that you took in. Yeah, and also the other thing is that you're trying to prick the pimple if because you don't want like to see the white head on your face, so you try to prick it, and when you prick it, so you're going to get like maybe an infection or an allergic reaction that is going to result into another pimple coming in, and when it comes in, then yeah, it's gonna be that hard papsule acne or pimple. So yes, and the other thing that I talked about is that they come due to hormonal imbalance. So if you're experiencing or if you're going through the ovulation and the luteal phase, so that means you're going to get sometimes your hormones or the low testosterone levels, they're going to go low, and when they go low and they can't balance with that testosterone hormones, so that means you're going to get like that acne. For me, I would advise you that it's not good like to cover your face with makeup when you're having acne, because it's just going to make it worse. The chemicals in those makeup products that you're going to put on your face like to cover, and you're going to sweat during the day, and when you sweat, that means sorry guys, so when you sweat, so that means the makeup products, they're going to penetrate in your pores, and when they do penetrate deep inside, so that means you're going to get like some reaction. The skin is going to get inflamed, you're going to experience itching, and then you scratch your face, and then the process of you getting like more pimples is going to come in. So what I would advise you to do is that you just take care of your skin, try to make sure that you use the right products. If you have like a normal skin type combination, not oily or a dry one, try to make sure that you use products that are going to get rid of the skin issue that you're having at that moment. So if you're there and you have like acne, the one product that I can recommend that is going to take away that acne, it is La Roche-Posay Micro Peeling Gel Cleanser. So that cleanser is going to help you like to get rid of those stubborn pimples or the impurities. So yeah, when I was having like acne, I used that cleanser, so it helped like to get rid of those impurities, the persistent pimples, and also the blemishes. So if you're there and you're like having acne right now, so it's one product that I would recommend. It's good for oily skin type and also combination skin type. So if you have like a dry skin type, don't use that cleanser, because already it's for people who have oily and acne prone or combination. So it is going to also help like to how can I say, to make your face known to have like excess sebum. Yeah, not to have like excess sebum. So that means if you have a dry skin type, it's just going to make your skin more dry. So if you have like a certain skin type, so I should recommend for you to use that. If you have like combination and oily skin type, it's okay for you to use it. But if you have like a dry, so that means if you have like a dry skin type, you're going to use CeraVe. You're going to use CeraVe, which is hydrating cleanser. You know, it has like salicylic acid, it has some other, you know, actives that are going to also stop the pimples from forming, you know, coming back. You treat it and then it comes back, so it's going to help you with that. I don't know if you're getting my point. So if you do, you can just write it down so that I know, so that I can continue to what I was talking about. Yes, so yeah, and I was talking about hormonal imbalance also being a major cause of the of acne and pimples. Sometimes when we tend to go to our periods, like I was saying, the estrogen levels when they fall, so that means you're going to get like pimples, and when you do get pimples, they're going to be so hard, you know, so painful that it might even cause like a headache. That's good if you're getting what I'm saying. And do you know what skin type you do have? And if you don't know the skin type that you do have, I can also help you like to find out your skin type, even though you don't have to go like to an esthetician to get your skin analyzed. So let me talk about the skin types, the different skin types. So if you have like oily skin type, so that means your skin is overall oily, you know, like literally oily. So combination skin type, your face is oily on the T-zone layer, and the T-zone layer is this, you know, so that's the T-zone layer. So that means you have like a combination skin type. It's combined you having oily, you know, parts, and also like either dry to normal. So you have to find ways how, you know, that's why they call it combination. Okay, it's okay, no problem, you can go. So guys, so this is where our life is going to end, and we shall get back into the skin stuff sometime. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you become part of my family.